Dick, I've got a hot take about that whole Ohio-Palestine train derailment thing. I think I'm the only one who thinks it's a big nothing burger, and that those people are just trying to get some money out of that fine rail company.
That poor rail company.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. These damn trains. Let's sue them into the ground. We've had enough. Right, like
bunch
that.
Of hicks trying to sneak some money out of some fine railroadman's pocket purse.
Out of our fine federal
the
government.
Shark for train derailments. Like I have the suspicion that we're going through a normal amount of train derailments, but now everyone is a big major story.
No, you see what you've got. I think what you've got those same people who were shooting the power things. They're now derailing trains. That's what it was.
With those little like the Antifa guys with those little like things, like the club they put on it to skip them off the track. I just love going to every train that has a derailment. You go to their site and go to their job ads, and it says like, we all like women and minority candidates. We really love. That's what we want to find. It's like, yeah, I mean, you think maybe this is having a cumulative effect on like trains crashing, and shit falling out of the sky. Yeah.
I used to work for a railroad construction company, and they do have like the contracts have. This is old; it might be out of date, but you had to hire a certain amount of women. You had to hire a certain amount of minorities, stuff like that. You had to buy your supplies from minorities, and that was a scam because there weren't minority-owned railroad construction company supplies.
Yeah,
there were just minority-owned middlemen, so they would charge 5% for you to satisfy your minority purchasing requirements.
Wow.
And then the like all.
God,
the
I wish I was a minority.
All the flag men were flag women because that was like in railroad construction, everything's heavy, and you typically don't carry the like railroad ties and stuff by hand, but you still maneuver them by hand. Like the machine puts them in place, and then the last inch is some gorilla pushing the railroad tie, jiggling it into the rocks. It's called ballast, and women don't do that job very well, so they got all the flagmen jobs.
There's if you're a minority, there's so many cool little ins and outs you can get. I was talking to my dad today about there's this poultry company that's doing this thing for Koreans, I think. Okay. Koreans are known for coming over with a lot of cash to invest into poultry farms. Poultry farms are millions of dollars at this point, and like a business plan. They don't want like a small poultry farm. They often want gigantic ones that kind of scale to all their relatives ending up working there and then bouncing from that to more farms. But there's like a $1.1 million like signing bonus essentially for Koreans. It's like, wow. This guy borrowed like because they're not the poultry houses cost so much that you can't operate them. You can't pay the note on them with what they make. So they're like, oh, well, here's $1.2 million for starting your farm. And now the note is affordable. Now you can make chickens for us. Yeah, it's like, so white people can't get that money? No,
that would be racism, Kyle.
Damn it! I wish I was Korean.
We had
you look
we
a little
legalized.
Korean. You need 23andMe to verify it. Sorry, Dick.
I feel Korean.
They legalized what?
You could pass as Korean if you parted your hair, if you dyed it black and just like parted it very.
Jesus Christ. This is more racist than any other bit we've done so far tonight.
And then Taylor could do your voice. You talk.
Later we do bring you a great honor. What is the difference from Korean to Japanese?
Then no one's doing the racism, Woody. It's like Full Metal Jacket when everybody's hitting the guy. If Kyle's just moving his mouth and going like this, and Taylor's doing the voice,
this
and
is
nobody's
totally
doing
acceptable.
the racism.
There is no way to put the blame on either one of us. Because we are distributed the racism across the two people. We are invulnerable to our accusation.
He's just sitting there moving like this.
All right, I don't want to be
Nothing
Mr.
racist about
anymore.
that.
We are flying close to the sun. Flying close to the sun.
Too close.
Oh, too close. Kyrie, be wary with your facial expression, Kyrie.
I love that bit.
I do this thing on the biggest